Hi, and welcome to Qigong Live Online. This is the beginner's class. So, the advanced class we just did a talk about relax. We're going to do the same, but in a more basic understanding of what relax is. If you want to know more depth, watch the advanced class what I've just done. So, the concept of relax is about, first of all, we'll just reiterate, it's about physical relaxation, it's about mental relaxation, it's about spiritual relaxation, it's about emotional relaxation, about social relaxation. It's about all parts of your life being relaxed. And we know because of we only move if we relax. We can't move unless you relax. So if I'm standing still to move, I actually have to relax to move. Because I can't move, because otherwise I've got structure and I have to let go and then I can move. It's the same when you're walking. So we have to relax all the time, otherwise you can't move. So we understand that principle. So what we're going to do is just do a little bit of the physical relaxation and a really simple understanding of that. And I'm going to use that example. We're going to use an exercise. It's actually a part of the exercise out of the monastery school exercises. And this exercise is heaven strings. And I just want to show you. So the arm comes up. Yep. Now we'll make it easy for you so you don't whack yourself on the leg. Move across, and we're going to go to your right side. We're going to go across to your right. So you move your weight to your right side, yeah? So you're standing on your right leg. Bring your right arm up. Yeah, so it's about shoulder height. And then just let it go. Like that. Now this is notoriously not easy to do, as simple as it looks. Bring your arm up. And then let it go. Yeah. In theory, your arm should just be flopping down the bottom. There shouldn't be any tension in your arm, so bring it up. And let the arm go. Now, this is not as easy as this looks. So when you bring your arm up, think of energetically bringing your arm. Don't think of your muscles. You will probably use your muscles because you don't know how not to do that. So bring your arms up and you'll use your muscles and your shoulder muscles and your arm muscles to bring your arm up. And then all you're going to do is disengage the muscles and let go. Best you can. Bring your arm up. Disengage your muscles. Let go. Come to the other side. Bring your arm up. Disengage your muscles. Let go. Yep. Bring your arm up. Disengage. Let go. Yep. Bring it up. Let it go. Cool. So letting go is not the easiest thing in the world to do, by the way. So just about every class I do, I'll get to somewhere where quite often you'll get people to hold people's arms. You can get somebody, a friend of yours, to hold your arm up and put their hand underneath your arm, and you just relax. And they pull their finger out and you let your arm go. Now you'll find how infinitely difficult that is to do. Yep. So you'll bring your arm up, hold it up in the arm, and you feel that in theory your arm should get really heavy because they're holding your arm up for you and it should just be empty. So when they pull their finger, it should just flop. But you'll find is when you hold the arm up that you're holding the arm up too. And you'll in your mind it would be hard to let that arm go. And so they'll pull their finger out and your arm will stay there and then you'll let it go. Yeah. So just know that's okay because that's just where you are, but know that you can change that. That's the most important thing. It's the same with anything we do. We are where we are right here, right now. And this is who you are. This is where you're up to. This is what you know, what you understand. And being happy and content in that space. Just there. Nowhere else. But no, you can always change. You can always learn. You can always do something. I don't want anything else. I'm actually happy with this, but I can grow. I can learn. I can do all sorts of things. But the hard part is being content right here, right now, and not need anything, and be okay where you are right now. So this is about the arm. This is about being content with that arm right now, and just letting it go. Yep. Let go of the idea that arm's not good enough, or that arm's not straight enough, or that arm's not relaxed enough, or that arm's, it's just your arm right now. This is where you're up to in your life, and about how you can let that go. The symbology of that is just beautiful. So bring your arm up and let it go. Good. So we're physically doing this. Bring your arm up, physically let it go. Yeah. Bring your arm up, physically let it go. Good. Now, we're going to try something out, energetically letting go. So to do that, we have to load the arm up energetically, so it's a very different concept. So we're going to think of the idea of having a wrist string and an elbow string, like a puppet. Yep. And when you bring your arm up, the elbow string and the wrist string are going to bring your arm up for you. You're going to pull it up like that. I'll go to the side so you can see what I'm doing. So I'm going to bring it up like that. So it feels like the string's pulling my arm up. And believe it or not, there'll be less muscles engaged. And then hold it, let the string stay there. And then you're going to cut the string with a pair of scissors. Just let it go. And it'll feel very different to the other one. Yep. Bring your arm up. Comes up. Cut the string. Let it go. Good. Think of the elbow string. Bring the elbow string up. Brings the arm up. Cut the string. Let it go. Good. Go across the other way. Bring the arm up. Wrist strings, elbow strings. Bring it down. You're cutting both strings at the same time. Cut. Yep. So it's a very different experience because elbow string. Because you bring your arm up energetically. So what we're going to do is when we enter this part, that the strings are holding my arm up right now, and it feels like my arm's being held by strings. It feels very different than I'm doing with muscles. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to withdraw the energy, because the energy is holding the arm up. I'm going to withdraw the energy out of the arm and bring it back to my lower dantian. And to do that, I just bring it out. It comes out pretty quick. It's like a light switch. You turn the light on, turn the light on, the arm goes up. Turn it off, the arm goes back down again. And the power, it happens instantaneous. As soon as you power it up, the arm goes up by itself. But as soon as you turn the light switch on, it goes dark. As soon as you turn the light, it just goes. All the energy goes out in a millisecond. It goes very quickly. So that time was just let go. It just happens like that and flops. And part of that letting go process is to understand how fast you can actually let go. To understand how quickly you can let go without attachment to it. Because if I have attachment to that, I'm going to let go, and I say, right, let go. If I have attachment to it, let go, and then I write it down. Now I'm trying to control the release. But if you're not trying to do that, you just let go and you just take your mind. You could do it, cut it and look away the other side. But the problem is even if you bring your arm up and look this way, you know that arm's up there, you can feel it. You can feel your arms there, and if I just relax, let it go, I'm still know I'm doing that. But using the string idea, cut the string like that, it's a very different experience because the arm's not yours anymore, especially if someone's hanging on to it. So that's the energetic letting go. We've done the physical let go, the energetic let go, mental let go of your arm. So bring the arm up again. Put your arm up. How do you mentally let go of the arm? This is the question. How do you take your mind out of that arm? And this is the whole thing, because somehow your mind has an attachment to your physical form and it thinks it's in control of it. Well, it likes to think it's in control of it. So how you take your mind out of that arm? Right. So all you have to do, and I'll cue you for that, is I want you to think of the kitchen in the house that you were born in right now, and let the arm go. I'm not sure if you went from the kitchen back to your arm again. I'm not sure if you've got time to do that. I'm going to do it again. Now you know what I'm going to do now, so you're waiting for me now. Your mind's worked it out because I tricked you then. So bring the arm up. Energy, bring the arm up. Good. Hold the energy in the arm. Good. I want you to think of your mother. Let your arm go. So you were watching the arm, thinking of your mother from your arm then. I saw that. See how difficult this is. So you have to distract your mind. You have to take your mind somewhere else. So we'll do one. It's a famous one, especially in Qigong. It's the breath. So you watch the breath. Same with meditation. Bring the arm up. Yeah. And then in your mind, watch your breath. Take a long breath in. Count 5 on the way in. 5 on the way out. Just watch the breath. Watch the breathing. Feel the air going through your nostrils. And watching that mind going up. Now, if you're very clever, you'll watch your mind going from the breathing and watching the 1,002 and watching the breath, and then you'll see it dart across to make sure it's still holding the arm up. You'll see it doing this. You're observing your own mind trying to be in 2 places at once. Put that arm down, try it the other side. This is how crazy we are as humans. We've worked out how to do this. Bring your arm up. Good. Let the arm be held there by energy. Just let the elbow strings, the wrist strings hold it up. Good. And close your eyes. Take a breath in. 1,000, 2,000. Just watch the breath coming in through your nose. And watch your breath going out through your nose. Now your mind's worked out how to be in breathing and in the arm at the same time, hasn't it? How clever is that? Because it's doing both now, because it's used to, you tricked it before, now it wants to be in control of both of them. So, I want you to think of your favourite mountain in the world. If wherever your mountain is, I have one in New Zealand, And I just think of the mountain standing, look at the mountain, let your arm go. See, your mind didn't know you were going to do that. So then it's just let go. That split second when let go, and halfway down, your mind goes, oh, my arm. But the split second when you let it go, for that second, you weren't watching it. You weren't in your arm for a split second until it started moving, and then your mind went back to the arm again. This is the practice. And Qigong allows you, teaches you how to get your mind out of your arm, and your arm just moves by itself. Yeah, the arm just goes, and you have no attachment to it. As soon as you let the arm go, I'm thinking about the other arm. As soon as I let that go, I'm thinking about the other arm. As soon as I let that go, I'm thinking about the other arm. So my mind goes immediately from one arm to the other, and on the way down, I'm not thinking about the arm. On the way down, I'm thinking about the other one. Because the mind's very difficult to be in both those places at the same time. It comes down, I look at the arm. As soon as I let it go, think of the other arm. As soon as I let it go, think of the other arm. As soon as I let it go, think of the other arm. And you'll catch yourself, there's a lag between about here and there where you actually lose track of your own arm, and you're not doing that anymore, it's doing it for you. And you don't know that you've let it go until you're halfway down and you'll catch, oh, it's going there, and now the other one's come up. And your mind rips across to catch both. This is how intricate and how complicated our mind is, and our mind wants to be in control the whole time. Of course, we as humans are meant to live our experience of life through our heart and through our senses. Our heart's connected to our senses, so we have the smell, the touch, the feel, the colours, the tastes are all senses, and we sense all those through our heart center, not through our mind. Because our mind can't explain any of those. As I've explained this before, your mind can't explain what the colour yellow is. Your mind can't explain what lavender smells like. But it's because it's a feeling, it's a sensation, it's an understanding, but it's not a mental understanding because you can't explain it. It's actually a sense, it's an experience in this life from your heart center out. So why our mind is just taking over control of the whole thing and thinks it owns everything. The truth is, get your mind just to plan things, and remember things, and then switch it off, come back to your heart and live in the present moment in your heart with your senses and have the sensory experience of life. That's what we're here for, just that simple. But the problem is our mind's got complete control because we've taught it. And society and teachers have taught you to be in your mind, be in your mind, be in your mind, thinking, what are you going to do, what success looks like, do people like me? And all this stuff is just mental and trying to get out of that. So the letting go and just relax is about letting that go too, because you have to let the mind go, let the arm go. Yeah? And so part of that's the practice of that. I hope it's not too complicated for beginners one, but this is what we're working towards. We're learning how to bring the body up energetically and switch the energy on. Goes across, the arm comes up energetically. Switch the energy on. And all you do is just turn the switch off. Arm comes up, turn it off, it just goes, all the energy comes out of the arm. And then the arms relax, and the arms are just hanging. If I really want to do it with my body, my arms are just hanging down. There's no tension in the arms at all. And to get the arm up, I just use the energy to bring it up, not muscles. Switch off the light, it comes back down again. And so this is the practice. This is what Qigong teaches you how to do that. But of course, if you can let the arm go, if you can learn how to get your mind out of your arm to let it go, then you can get your mind out of everything else you're doing, and you can be back in your heart doing things, living in the present moment, because the mind doesn't like the present moment because it's got nothing to do in that place. It's good for planning, good for memory. But right now, the experience you have isn't a mind experience, because remember, you can't explain it. You can't explain the present moment in the experience because it's not a mind thing. Anyway, that's the trap we've got into in our lives. We've got stuck in our head. So part of the Qigong will get you out of that, into your body, into your heart, into the experience, into the senses, and have the sensory experience beyond mind. Yep. Hopefully that's useful today. Or complicated, whichever way it is. If you have any questions about that, please ask. I mean, it's a complicated subject, but Qigong that's why I love Qigong, because Qigong is a doorway to understand this. It's the doorway to understand this and how you can change the way you perceive life, the way you experience life. It's not a mental experience of life, it's a spiritual experience of life from your heart, from your senses, and you experience life through the feelings and the touch and the flavours and everything else, which is all beyond mind. Here we go. Have a beautiful day today. If you have any questions, for anybody that's watching this class later, if you didn't watch it live, if you have any questions about it, please ask. You're very welcome. You can have conversations around this topic. This the particular conversation. But if you never tried Qigong, do Qigong. It's a great way to find that place outside of your head. Hold back on your thumbs. Left hand underneath, right hand on top. Gong. Make a fist with the left hand, cover with your right, bring it towards your heart, and then down to your physical center. And step back. And bow to each other. Now just remember that the mind is not the enemy. We have a mind, it's very useful, it's our computer. We need one, we need it for our planning, otherwise we'd never be able to get out of bed and plan things. It's about being able to switch it off and have the experience after you've thought of something, switch it off and have the experience of life without your mind. And have an experience outside of the mind experience. That's the key. As I say, the mind is a very, very useful thing, so don't get me wrong, it's not the enemy. The enemy is that you can't turn it on and turn it off. But when you can turn it off and have the other experience, very different experience. Anyway, have a beautiful day, eh? Bye-bye.